sister has a question. It says, my husband doesn't pray. He says he believes, but he won't tell me the reason why he doesn't pray because it's between him and Allah. What should I do?
There is no such. There is no such a thing between you and Allah, my brother. You know, yeah, there are a lot of things between us and Allah, but Subhanahu wa Taala. But listen, you know, jurists have differed regarding the one who does not pray, and you need to pay attention here that one school of thought or one position that whether you know he justifies deserting and abandoning the salah in a manner that you're expressing, or whether he is doing it out of juhud, which is rejecting the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is no longer a Muslim. And I want to tell you that this position is validated by evidence. I mean, there is an authentic hadith, من ترك الصلاة فقد كفر. Whoever abandons the salah, the 5 daily prayers, is a disbeliever. This is a text. Also العهد الذي بيننا وبينهم الصلاة. The covenant between us and them is a salah. Dear sister, do not leave this husband alone. Do not be convinced of his position, because that's a false position. This is someone who is lazy, and I say this with respect. Hopefully you're not going to tell him that.
So he prays in Ramadan only.
No, no, no. You see, someone like this, you know, being married to, I'm telling you, is dangerous to your life. And I do not mean by danger, I mean by spiritual endangerment. I'm not talking about physical endangerment. You need to fix him or leave him, one of the two. That's the bottom line. There is no third solution to this.
I just want to add to that, as the Shaykh mentioned, and this is the opinion of Ahmad ibn Hanbal and Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim and Shaykh ibn Uthaymin and Shaykh ibn Baz and Shaykh ibn Jibreen and Shaykh Salih al-Fawzan and many of the Imam and ulama of the past. The one who leaves Salah even out of laziness is a kafir, and this is by ijma' as-sahaba. This is a very important, there's the hadith, as the Shaykh mentioned, من ترك الصلاة فقد كفر بيننا وبينهم الصلاة بين الرجل والشرك والكفر الصلاة. There is many hadith, but there is one hadith I want to point out. And myself, when I was reading these two opinions, I was going back and forth until this hadith. Abdullah ibn Shaqiq, he is a tabi'i. He said the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not take the leaving of any action as kufr illa salah.
No.
Now this is very important, because if somebody denies siyam, fasting, they're kafir, right?
No.
If somebody denies hajj, it's kufr. If somebody denies qital, it's kufr. So all of that. So the only thing that even if you don't deny its obligation, that the ijma', he said, kana sahaba, he didn't leave any one of them out. And I challenge anybody to bring a single narration from a sahabi who said the tariq of salah is Muslim. So this tabi'i, he includes all of the sahaba, and this is something that even if you take it sukuti, it shows an ijma' of the sahaba, which is the perfect ijma'. The best ijma' is that of the sahaba, that tark of salah is kufr. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is hopefully if the brother listens to this, when he sent the sahaba to Yemen, to Yamama, to different areas, what was the distinction that if you don't know an area to be Muslim or not, what should we, how would you know? He said the adhan. He didn't say go and check if they're making hajj or not, right? If they're making salah, they're giving the adhan, they're Muslim.
No.
If they're not making salah, then this means this people has become murtad. So this is how important salah is. Everything else, may Allah protect us. We all have shortcomings. We all have sins. None of us are perfect. Don't expect perfection from your spouses. But salah is a line you cannot compromise. Right? No. And we ask Allah to guide the brother. There is no reason for you to leave salah. If you're traveling, you make salah. If you're sick, you make salah. If you are in prison, you make salah. We just saw a video of a brother who was handcuffed in one of these universities making salah.
Allahu Akbar.
Wallahi, my grandmother, may Allah have mercy on her, my father's mother, and I only saw her as a little child, but she was very strict on salah. She was Arab, she was from the Quraysh, she was Qurashiyah. Even her father spoke Arabic. And she used to be so strict on her salah, and that my mother told me that when she was in a coma at time of salah, she would get up in a coma and make her salah.
Allahu Akbar.
You know, so these are things where you never, salah is nothing to play with. There is no excuse, brother. There is no excuse. Wallahi, even if you're sick, make salah. If you can't stand, sit. If you can't sit, lay down. There is no excuse for you to leave salah. Nothing between you and Allah on this.
The first question after Tawheed, of course, the people of Tawheed will be asked is the salah. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم أول ما يسأل عنه العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة فإن صلحت صلح سائر عمله وإن فسدت فسد سائر عمله. If your salah is in good shape, guess what? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would look into your other good deeds. So imagine like Tawheed is the notarization for the entire set of deeds that you have. Salah is the second filter that you have to go through. So if you're fasting Ramadan, although we tell you to fast, that fasting is not going to be accepted unless your salah is accepted. You understand that? Because if the salah is not there, that means all these other good deeds that you do will be void. Wake up, brother, wake up.